Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is, let's say, Friday, June 27th. Yeah, we'll go with that. And you know what that means. It's time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, looking to win that crown. It is me, Jeremy Pierce. Welcome, one and all. You know you can check out the socials, Charismatic Creations. Wait. It's called the High Risk Wrestling Podcast for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Charismatic Creations on Facebook, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. In today's show, we have the Night of Champions pay-per-view premium live event, aka King and Queen of the Ring. We got the finals. We're gonna preview the show, make our predictions, all that good jazz. Blood Money 89 going down. You know what's next, so just go on and hit my music. Alright, so you know how we do with these shows. We keep it light, we keep it breezy, we break things down. So I won't be before you very long. So we have the I was about to say King in the Ring. We have the Night of Champions pay-per-view going down. It is taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, because WWE absolutely sucks. But it's a okay card. We actually get this, y'all. We have 6 matches instead of 5. Can you believe it? I am shocked. I have no idea why this show was called Night of Champions when there are only 2 title bouts here. Night of Champions, usually all the championships are supposed to be defended. We'll get into that a little bit later. But this time last year was King of the Ring 2020. Well, King and Queen of the Ring 2024. Let's break down that show real quick. So we had a 5-match card as usual. But we had one match on the pre-show. It was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending the Women's Tag Team Championship against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Bianca and Jade were successful. We had the opening contest was the Women's World Championship match. Liv Morgan defeating Becky Lynch. Then we had Sami Zayn defeat Chad Gable and Bronson Reed to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Nia Jax defeated Lara Valkyria to become the Queen of the Ring, earning herself a World Championship match at SummerSlam. And Gunther defeated Randy Orton to become the King of the Ring, also earning a World Championship match at SummerSlam. And our main event was Cody Rhodes defeating Logan Paul to retain the Undisputed WWE Championship. With those 5 matches on that card, we had a bell-to-bell ring time of 1 hour and 25 minutes on a 3-hour show. So less than half of the show was of actual in-ring action. But here we are with the I keep wanting to call this show on Saturday the King of the Ring. It's not. It's Night of Champions because the WWE are idiots. But hey, we got more than 5 matches this time around. Yay. So let's break things down. We have 6 matches on the card. And let's start off with the 2 random matches. So we have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, was this always scheduled for the show? Maybe, maybe not. But we see here of 2 gentlemen, with one, Karrion Kross, egging on Sami Zayn for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, calling Sami Zayn a liar, telling Sami Zayn that, hey, you're not going to win the King of the Ring. You'll never be world champion. And right now, Karrion Kross is telling the truth. He has been that devil on the shoulder, and it has been working out for him. This is a very, very obvious winner. Sami Zayn isn't losing in Saudi Arabia. He just isn't. So here's the funny thing. Karrion Kross hasn't had a singles match in quite a long time. It's been, I think he faced AJ back in April, and then the last time was like SmackDown. So he doesn't wrestle. So we'll see what happens here. He's been quite popular recently, and I guess fans are just happy that he is on the card, but he's not winning this match. Then we have Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. I think this wasn't originally planned. They had to pivot because we were supposed to be getting Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles, and with Dom being pulled from the show as he is injured, they went and pivoted with Rhea and Raquel. These two have history going all the way back to their days in NXT, up into the main roster, with Rhea injuring Raquel and Raquel coming back. So there is some heat here. Rhea just can't escape the Judgment Day, and it's a nice pivot with Liv not being on the card. So I think it's going to be a fun match. This has the possibility to be the match of the night, but this one I really think could go any sort of way. Just because Rhea is really, really popular doesn't mean she's going to win. This would be a good point to maybe elevate Raquel while Liv is out, and maybe try to find Rhea some friends. I like the street fight here. I could definitely see Rhea winning, but I'm actually going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take Raquel Rodriguez to win this match, only because I think Roxanne Perez is going to get involved and, really prove herself that she's worthy to be in the Judgment Day and to be Raquel's tag team partner while Liv is also. I'm going to take Raquel Rodriguez to win here. Then we have one of our two championship matches. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is called Night of Champions. There are only two championship matches on this card, and to the best of my knowledge, WWE has two world champions, two men's mid-card champions, two women's mid-card champions, two men's tag team champions, and one women's tag team championship. So that's 9 titles on the main roster. Only 2 championship matches on the show that's called Night of Champions, but I digress. Jake and Fatu solo Sikoa for the United States Championship, and this one is breaking down. There's a lot of history here, so we'll stick with just Jacob and Solo. Solo brought Jacob to the WWE, as the OG bloodline didn't want him, so Solo made his own bloodline and treated Jacob much, much better than what anybody else would have done. Especially treated Jacob better than what Roman Reigns treated his bloodline. And emphatically, each and every week, Jacob would yell out, "I love you, Solo." And you believed it. But something changed. Solo loses the bloodline back to Roman Reigns, and Jacob started getting over and becoming more and more popular. So he ultimately wins the United States Championship, and Solo brings in JC Mateo. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa are out. So Bloodline's kind of breaking down. Jacob's the champion, and he doesn't say he loves Solo as much. Solo sees that, and he feels that, and he's hurt by that. So last week on SmackDown, he says to Jacob, "Hey, look, we're family. Families fight. That's okay. We can always come back together. I brought you here because I believed in you, and I love you." And Jacob's like, that's well and good, but I think the real issue is you see gold, and everything always comes down to that. So here we are with this match. Would the WWE be as cold as to take the championship from Solo Sikoa? It's a very good question. No. This is a predictable card. Almost fully, right? But I like Jacob Fatu to win here to continue this feud between him and Solo. Maybe get a pivot with Jacob and JC Mateo, because we just don't know when Tangaloa and Tamatanga are coming back, and we still have Hikuleo ready to debut and Zilla Fatu. So we'll see. Then we have John Cena, CM Punk, Undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena defending against his longtime foe rival in CM Punk. These two are yin and yang, and this time the roles have been reversed. This is the, I believe, 15th time these two have faced each other. They are 6-6 with one draw and one no contest. So this will be the definitive match between the two. And we last saw Cena and we saw Punk. Well, Punk was left lying in as much pain as possible after getting put through a table, and Cena cutting his own pipe bomb. It would be a whole show unto itself to go through their history together, but we boiled this down to Cena's last ride, one last time, the never seen 17 world champion defending against CM Punk. Now, this would be the one time you could pick against Cena, but the reign is still going. This will be a fun match. This will be an entertaining match. But I don't know. I can't see Cena losing just yet. If he would lose, it would be to somebody like Punk, a rival, because I don't think he'll lose to someone new, like an uppercomer, even though that's what I want to happen. So Cena and Punk much has been made about CM Punk being a hypocrite going to wrestle over in Saudi Arabia. And listen, he is a hypocrite. You can't be so outspoken against wrestling in Saudi Arabia, then wrestle in Saudi Arabia. And we can say, well, what about the money? The money is good. No, it's baked into their contract. So there's not even an extra incentive to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. You could have just said no. You could have found a new opponent for Cena. But here we are. Just take John Cena to win. Then we have the Queen of the Ring final, Asuka versus Jade Cargill. And how do we get here? Asuka made her lovely return, won her fatal 4-way qualifying match, defeating Ivy Now, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie Vaquer. Then she went on to defeat Alexa Bliss, whereas Jade Cargill defeated Michin, Nia Jackson, Piper Niven, and then went on to defeat Roxanne Perez. And here we are with this final here, Raw versus SmackDown. If Asuka wins, she will get a Women's World Championship match on Raw. If Jade wins, she will get a WWE Women's Championship from SmackDown. This one is tough because I would very much love for I'd very much love for Asuka to win. I love Asuka. She's just awesome. But also I could also very much see Jade Cargill winning. For storyline purposes, I think you kind of got to go with Jade Cargill winning here. And here's the thing. Tiffany Stratton has had a really nice reign, but Naomi has the Money to Bank briefcase. And it would be very poetic for Jade to win the Queen of the Ring, defeat Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, and then Naomi to immediately cash in and defeat Jade for the belt. Because it just works. It just fits. And I think that's the route they're going to go with. So take Jade Cargill to win here. And on the men's side of things, we have the King of the Ring final with Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Randy won his fatal 4-way, defeating LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Aleister Black, and then defeated Sami Zayn. Cody defeated Andrade, Damian Priest, and Shinsuke Nakamura, then defeated Jey Uso. And since we have 2 SmackDown guys in the finals, this guarantees that the winner will face whomever, Cena or Punk, for the undisputed WWE Championship. And this one is cooking here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be such a fun match. Student versus the Master, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Legacy. Both with big, great opponents for John Cena. Like I said, I think John Cena is defeating CM Punk. Both men have history with John Cena. Cena defeated Cody for the championship, but also Randy and Cena go way back. So this is going to be really good. It's very intriguing to see how this will play out. I think I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes to win. Maybe they could put Cody back on top one last time before Cena makes his final face run and then goes on quietly into that good night. So one more time, our predictions. I have Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross, Raquel Rodriguez defeating Rhea Ripley in a street fight, Fatu defeating Solo Sikoa to retain the United States Championship, John Cena to defeat CM Punk to retain the undisputed WWE Championship, Jade Cargill defeat Asuka to become the Queen of the Ring and earn that Women's World Championship match at Summerslam, and Cody Rhodes to defeat Randy Orton, becoming King of the Ring and get a WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. But that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Look on the screen what we got coming up. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. And as always, Anna J, Willa Nightingale, Chris Statlander, Isla Dawn, Priscilla Kelly, and Bailey. Holla at your boy. Peace.